be here. And we're making some progress in the shop and the studio, and we're going to get back on track here with some awesome guests. And then obviously, if you guys listen in, me and John are at our best when we're actually remote.
Yes,
when we're out there on the scene, hanging out at the different bars, restaurants, and at literally some of the guest houses, or they're in their house, literally, hanging out with the CEO of the lagoon, and riding in his lagoon.
Oh,
and,
that was awesome. More, yeah.
Can't wait to go with Oars from Saltwater Recon onto the submarine, and
Oars and I talked about that at the event down in Galveston.
We were supposed to do a show at Moody Gardens,
right?
But
I brought the equipment, but there's too much going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on, but we'll definitely do that next year, and then we'll do one for Moody Gardens this summer, and then next year we'll go live from the race with Weekends on the Water, at the race. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
So one exciting development that I was going to talk to you about off the air, but might as well talk to you.
Hey, why not?
It'll only increase our capability and flexibility and mobility. Is I went ahead and bought a battery powered generator.
Oh,
yeah.
Very
So
nice.
Well,
we can go anywhere.
Yeah, so I think that will. I think that'll. We won't have to be searching for plugs when we go to certain events now.
Yeah, having to tape down our cords at restaurants so it's not a walking.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. I didn't even think about that. Even in even in venues that have power, we actually can utilize
like
it.
Say Pier 6. We've gotten clever. We made it work, but sometimes you have to. There's active people walking around.
Right.
And you can't
it's
have
kind of
trip
tough
hazards.
having cords everywhere in an operating busy restaurant. Yeah.
Luckily, we don't have a ton of cords, but there's a few, and now apparently we can keep it a little bit more contained.
In theory, we could cut the cord. Yeah.
I mean,
Our
cord is only as big as our table, right. Which isn't a problem. So yeah. No, that's exciting, man. Congrats.
Yeah. It's
now we got to put it to the test.
Hopefully it'll show up on Saturday, I believe. So we'll see.
Oh, okay. Very cool. So you're saying episode on Saturday? Is that what I just heard? No. No, but definitely next Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
let's do it. Man.
Might as well test it out. Even just see what it can do, even when we don't need it.
Yeah, we still need to make up our episode at the Hilton waterfront.
That's right.
So
That's
right.
right.
I don't know if power would have been an issue there, but now we don't need your power. So but we need to go to the Hilton. We got to do Lakewood Yacht Club. There's a bunch of venues we still need to hit up and go back to. I'm excited, man. There's so many different waterfront venues to highlight and talk to so many cool people.
Who knows? Maybe we sit out on at the deck of one of our favorite restaurants along the North Shore during a Wednesday night sailboat races. And
That's it.
Yeah, I mean it will add a lot of capability to us, right?
We need to. We really need to have an episode at the Admiral. On the top floor of the Endeavor Marina, and do a nice sunset episode up there. Can you imagine that?
Right,
that's such a view. Might be the best view of Clear Lake.
No, it's a great view. Yeah,
it's an incredible view.
Such a great event place too. I've been to so many
across the street, guys.
So many awesome events there.
Incredible events. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we're in Galveston, this is kind of. We were at Moody Gardens. I was, obviously had the kids and the family, and at some point, do y'all remember so there's the Cosby Show, and then there was the spinoff, which I think was called Different Strokes or something. No, it was where they went to college, and there was the one character Whitney.
Okay.
Yeah, this is probably not worthy of it telling you right now, but. It was at one of the Gulf Coast Film Festivals. That actress, whose name escapes me right now, who is pretty famous for playing that, probably 5 or 6 seasons on TV and was in a number of movies. Yeah, she was the guest of honor, and I met her at the Admiral Room. Yeah,
wow.
And we just saw. I was telling my kids that actually your mom and I met her years ago in Seabrook. Yeah,
and I guess technically, as if you've been listening, you've known that was technically the first time you ever saw me.
That's true.
You did not know about me until you were filming from the Admiral.
Yeah,
for the Texas Outlaw Challenge in June.
The Admiral. Yeah, the Admiral, and I think the very first time I saw you was right there at the marina, the former Mark I Marina. Now it's the Endeavor Marina, and it was the Endeavor Marina when I saw you. I was out in a media boat for the Texas Outlaw Challenge.
You were out on a boat, and then you came and you filmed from the Admiral the next day.
The next day, I got you from both angles.
Okay, but you're right. You were out on a
I was out on a boat. You know, it was during the national champion shootouts. You know, where it was I think the first or second years in Clear Lake because it used to be out in Galveston Bay,
which is coming up again.
And then there's excited about that. Wow, wow. So and there's this guy out there on some kind of board, and I'm trying to figure. I mean, he's just flying around, you know, doing jumps and stuff. And
no wind, no waves.
I'm like, what's pulling him? Yeah, we're trying to find it. You know,
where's the kite?
Then I realized that dude's on a self-propelled surfboard. I mean, that's what I called it at the time, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to meet that guy and talk to that guy. And of course, I met you and then got you on the Gulf Coast Power Hour to talk all about it, and then did an article in the Scene about it. And
what great friends we've become, man.
Right. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, Sean. To many good times and great conversations and 40
beers.
episodes and a few beers. Dude, what an incredible experience.
No,
man,
it's been cool to you know, it's cool to, you know, obviously see the race you did the other weekend. I mean, it's cool to watch your career.
I was famous as soon as I was on the Scene magazine cover. I knew I made it.
Awesome.
No, well, I'm serious.
As
bro.
somebody,
John,
it's
a big deal, man. For some people,
that.
I couldn't believe that. Man, I was like worthy of being like a cover story. I was like so excited and just I couldn't believe it. You know?
Awesome.
So it was awesome, man.
Well, man,
from
you've
day
earned
one.
it, man. I mean, you've competed all over the world, you know, in this really cool, water sport that's still so cutting edge. I mean, so
it really is.
You know, I mean, gosh, I mean, you've been to, you know, I mean, heck, you competed in Russia not that long ago, right?
Last year,
late last
it
year.
or not, late last year.
I was thinking, I made a comment about that on the broadcast. And I should have said before things got really weird, right?
No, it was definitely before things got weird, but you know, Russia's always questionable.
Right? Especially for a former military guy, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you know,
and you're the only American in that race, right?
I was the only American representative in that race. I mean, you know, by choice.
Right.
Not like they made me go or anything, but no, not everybody was racing internationally at the time. I was was the only American racer racing internationally, and that was the last race of the World Cup season, or one of the big races. There was a Croatia race as well. I didn't make it to, but no, what an experience. I'd never been to Russia. I really always wanted to go. I didn't get to see a lot, but man, racing in just Kazan, it's literally the only other Kremlin in Russia. You've got the Kremlin in Moscow and the Kremlin in Kazan, and so it's its own republic of Tartarstan.
Okay.
And so it was awesome that you kind of were in Russia, but kind of in your own country or its own country. And no, what a great experience! And again, that was before everything kind of, you know, got flipped upside down, you know, over there. But no, it's been fun, man. Racing all over. I haven't been able to race in as many international competitions as I've liked, but I think that there's only one other guy in the U.S. that's raced in as many like international competitions as me. You know, so yeah, it feels good to know that I've, you know, like I said, got a little bit of history and put a little bit of work in. So yeah.
Well, most recently, you've been busy putting on your own race, so you know with international competitors. So
that's right, man. Yeah. So wow, what an awesome experience bringing in, you know, the Canadians, the Germans, the Czechs. It's amazing. Yeah, we almost had a lot of Mexican riders there, but there were some conflicting dates with another race in Europe. So a lot of the Mexican team, and the Mexicans are big, and you know, we say the Mexicans like. In MotoSurf, that's a big deal. You know, they've got a lot of riders down there. They're super fast. They're a lot of fun. They travel, they race, and so you know, it's great when you've got Americans and Mexicans and Canadians and all these countries, you know, competing and they're proud to be a part of their country. And you feel like, you know, it's not the Olympics, but it is like you're representing your state, your country, and you know, you definitely want to win and bring back that trophy, be able to hold your flag up on the podium, and so it's very international. It's very racing mindset, and but also fun, and like I said, a community and a group of people where it's competitive, but not to the point where, you know, that you're not in the club. You know, everybody's accepted, everybody's involved, everybody, no matter how fast or slow, feels like they're involved in the race, and so I love where it's at. I love where the sport is, and the fact that you want to be fast, you want to travel, you want to win, but also, you want to develop other people. There's not like any animosity. It's very like, pro, just help everybody. And you need a part, you need a fin, you need training. Like, we're here to help. Everybody wants to win. And, but not like only they want to win. They want to see everybody, win. And it's just an awesome sport to be a part of, man.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the cool things is, we've talked about this, is that, with the jet surf or the MotoSurf, is it's taken place in so many like huge international cities. I mean, like, really, you can almost argue if you're a major city outside of America, like Hong Kong, Dubai, all the major cities in Europe.
Whatever it is. France, Prague.
Exactly. I think there's been a couple major races in Mexico, correct?
They have in Cancun. They've done St. Petersburg, Russia.
Yeah, right. So it's like, there was the old saying, I think it was Frank Zappa said, that you can't consider yourself a major city if you don't have a pro sports team and or a brewery.
Yeah, there you go.
And now, soon, and that's what's so cool about you bringing, MotoSurf to the Houston Galveston area, right? I mean, really one of the first cities in America to get it. I mean, obviously Miami and a lot of the coastal cities in Florida. I guess Fort Lauderdale is probably,
So I guess it's been Naples, it's been Orlando, and then they've done Sebring and Keystone.
Okay.
Yeah, so not necessarily as big of venues as you would think. Jacksonville's the largest populated city. They haven't done one there.
Right.
Miami is what everybody knows. They haven't done one there. Destin, and then Tampa area, and other beautiful waterways. They haven't done it there. But Naples, 2017 and 18, Orlando in 18 and 19, maybe one in the beginning of COVID, right before COVID started. Maybe they did one. And then last year they did Sebring, and then now they're doing Sebring again and Keystone. But yeah, it's still growing in Florida. It's still growing in the U.S. I mean, there's never been a race hosted in the U.S. outside of Florida, and there's still many races to be hosted in Florida.
Yeah,
and lots of other awesome venues, but we have a lot of awesome venues in Texas. Not just in Houston, but obviously this is where I'm from. This is the fourth largest city in the U.S. This is the waterfront capital of Texas, baby. So, there's so many awesome places we can host races here and then grow it throughout Texas and then throughout the U.S. But it definitely needed to come out of Florida. We definitely need to bring racing to Texas. And, we definitely need to utilize some of these awesome waterfront venues we're always talking about.
Yes.
Moody Gardens, Margaritaville, Lago Mar. These are, in our backyard. These are amazing waterfront venues right here in Houston. This is what me and John talk about every day. So to be able to bring in the community, the water sports lifestyle, MotoSurf racing, and people that just want to hang out on the water, it's just been an awesome, almost like a dream, So, it's
nice.
It's been good. Yeah, like I said, tying it all together.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you've checked it off the box now. You brought it to Texas, man. That was one of the main goals.
Yep.
Yeah.
I did. And we're going to do it bigger in Texas than it's probably been done in Florida. As the sport grows and, Texas being a big racing community and having lots of water, we're, and lots of money here in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
It is. So we're really hoping to start getting into some of the bigger state grants and start hosting, $100,000, $200,000 races, And some people are like, oh, $200,000 race, that seems crazy. What do you guys think NASCAR or X Games or these things cost? Oh, you think you're NASCAR or X Games? Yes. Like we're getting to that point where, you can't close yourself off to a certain corner, Yeah, we're not that big yet, but we do have the goals to be involved in, all the hydro games and big American Powerboat Association races and, involved in pro watercross and the UIM World Cup. And so, as we're co-hosting races with other, races that are on the water and hosting our own, we're growing it to the point where, the sky's the limit. These races are going to start getting really big. They'll start being prize money. People coming from all over the world. So people are going to start seeing this thing really grow, like they've seen motocross or mountain biking or NASCAR grow over the years. So
awesome. Well, they always say if you don't set a goal, then you're not shooting for anything, right?
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah. So how can you accomplish anything without having goals?
Yeah, absolutely right.
So that's exciting.
But like I said, we got to start in Houston, then we got to spread out through Texas, and then we'll start spreading out throughout the country, you know, but besides Florida. They got Florida handled. So we'll take care of Texas, and then we'll start spreading out, you know. We'll start doing races in Nevada, Utah, California, you know. We'll start doing different venues all over the place. But for now, like I said, we've got 3 or 4 we got planned in Houston, 3 or 4 next year in Texas, and then maybe by 2023, 2024, we start branching out into some, you know, MotoSurf International Cup races. So start tying in Canada, Mexico, Nevada, like I said, you know, bigger venues. I mean, I'd love to do a race in